We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau.
Let's go, come on.
On first down, Rodgers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Finds his target, Montgomery. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sheldon Richardson continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Green Bay's offense coming out onto the field, and week 2 of the preseason, they were electric. 51 points they put up against the Steelers.
And Aaron Rodgers got his first action of the preseason and led an opening drive for a touchdown, so he felt great. But the activity is behind him. Brett Hundley, his backup last season, he's having a terrific preseason. He played a little bit and did just fine, 6 of 9 throwing the ball. Deshaun Kaiser got his first extended action of the preseason. He was terrific. 7 of 12, 149 yards, 2 touchdown passes. The Packers are building some real depth at the quarterback position.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Let's go, come on.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Everson Griffin in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Get reset. Hey, easy. Zoom.
1st down. Here's the run to Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
158!
Rodgers now on first down. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Get reset. Hey, easy. 319.
Draw play, Rodgers, Montgomery. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And that'll set them back 5. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
To throw, Cousins. And he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Here we go.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, now here we go.
They go play action. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll run with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Cousins now on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Now, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
As the Packers make their way back out here on offense, and talk about Mr. Davis's trip to Green Bay. You've been doing the camp visits, and you went up to Green Bay. You had a great time, didn't you?
I certainly did, partner, and I went full fan, full historian, Packers lore. So while I was there, I drove to Vince Lombardi's house and kind of commune there for a little while. And the people who lived there, the same family that bought it from the Lombardi family back in late 1960s, still there, and they're used to this. I went by the Union Hotel where the Packers were formed.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
18 moving. 18 moving. Yeah, Liz.
Now Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Everson Griffin in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Cousins on first down. And Rudolph has it left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Second down, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Black. Gun.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins.
All right, now here we go. Let's go. We're good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Two. Bingo.
Play fake. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Cousins to his tight end, Rudolph, for a Viking first down.
Here we go.
Cousins now from the 50. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard the receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They run again on first down. Cook. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 33 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Cousins. Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Play action now. Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. A very solid gain of 27. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison from 10 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They start the drive with Cook. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And now right out of the 2-minute break. On 2nd down, Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Cousins. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Morgan. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Done.
Now they'll run. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They get it to him running left. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead.
Down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They'll run for it. This is Murray. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all